Praise the name of the living God. It's a great joy and pleasure to do another session. And our session is based on gender dynamics. Now, God blessed Adam and Eve with gender, and male and female, He made them. So, that's one of the things that God blessed Adam and Eve. Because for man to dominate, he gave them many gifts. The first gift was made them in his image and likeness. He also made them male and female, and he also blessed them, gave them a blessing to be fruitful, to multiply, to increase, and have dominion. So those are things that God did. He gave them spiritual gifts to be able to operate not only spiritually but also physically. And it's very important to understand and to flow in your gender. Now, for you to be fruitful, it means that the seed and the ground must meet and then produce a tree that will bear fruit. So the masculine is the seed and the feminine is the ground. So there are gifts that each of the energies bring on the table. The masculine brings the seed or the idea or headship, and the feminine is the one that receives the seed and multiplies it, makes it fruitful. So we need both the male and the female to be able to succeed. Okay? You cannot do only with one thing alone. You need both the male and the female. So the male energies is something that has been there for a long time. It is accepted that we have two genders. We have the masculine and the feminine, and it's not only in human beings. Human beings just manifest what exists even before man and woman were created. When God created the heavens, He also created the earth, meaning that there are always two things. There are always the heaven and the earth, the seed and the land, night and day. Things always work in twos so that they can join together and produce a powerful thing. We have positive and negative terminals coming together to produce power. So it is important in marriage setting to flow in the energy or in your calling. If you're a man, it is good that you provide masculine energy, work in the masculine vibes, so that you can provide that aspect to the union. The woman should bring the feminine energy into the union so that the union can be productive without people having clear and differentiated roles and identity, then conflict comes in. So, so the two energies have been accepted in various spiritual, psychological, and cultural contexts. They describe characteristics and traits traditionally associated with men and women. So these characteristics are normally very fluid. As we shall see, now masculine energy is the active and assertive one, the logical, analytical, has independence, autonomy, has strength and courage, competitive and ambitious, has linear or goal oriented. When you are a man, most of the time you are thinking about the end game and you're focused about results, unlike the feminine energy. Now, feminine energy is about receptive, it's nurturing. It receives, it nurtures, it brings comfort. When you give your wife a house, she converts it into a home. You give her grocery, she converts it into a meal. You give her seed, she gives you a baby. So the feminine energy is collaborative, relational, it's adaptable, flexible, has empathy and compassion, and it thinks in a holistic manner. So, like in a company, we have the directors and the line managers. And a line manager has to be very specific, must produce a product. The directors just have an idea of where the company needs to go. They provide the vision, they even create the company, they give it a name and provide goals and targets. But now the line managers and those in management have to work out how the company will run on a day-to-day basis. Like the CEO must be well versed with how the company runs day to day, while the director looks at the end game. He looks at the bottom line and also looks at the environment. Director does not have to come to the work every day, but in case there is an emergency, they will camp in the office until the situation is brought to normalcy. So the directorship is like the masculine energy, and then the management is the feminine, which nurtures and grows something. It's always important that as a man you flow in the masculine, so you can provide problem solving solution. You become assertive and give direction. You initiate dialogue. You create boundaries and be goal oriented. While the feminine is about connection, active listening, collaborative problem solving, picking what the directors require and working on it, nurturing it so that you can produce the baby, which is the result and the bottom line. And feminine energy requires that you be flexible, adaptable, and also cylindrical in communication. They more communicate emotion than logic. And this is also corroborated in the Bible. The wife is supposed to show up, be in the feminine, being submissive to the husband and obeying and honoring and responding to him the way the church responds to Christ. While the husband's role is to love the wife, to lead, to guide her the way Christ loves and nourishes the church. He's supposed to love the wife like his own body, nurture, provide, cover, protection, guidance, and nourishing her out of love. So thank